we finally have our first night track in Gpbikes. A massive shout out to Mr. Melandri and all his friends or whoever have helped him with this. Lusail Qatar, of course, is probably the most famous night race in motorcycle racing, maybe second to Le Mans, if you want to think of that, or maybe Suzuka did 24 hours. And the endurance race, but in short circuit racing, Lusail in Qatar is the most famous by a mile. And today we are riding the GP09 pack from VS, riding this beautiful 2009 Ducati, of course riding as the late great Nicky Hayden. And we're going to try it out, basically see what it's all about and see how the lighting effects work. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's something that I didn't know was in the works, which is always nice when you get a bit of surprise when you come onto the game in Gpbikes. And I am a little bit late, but didn't have a PC for a few days, so you have to excuse me there. But yeah, let's jump on and give this little beast an old bash. Just quickly guys, if you do enjoy today's video, if you wouldn't mind, let me know with either a like or a comment, and maybe even consider subscribing for future videos. Thanks, back to the video. So here we are in the night and desert of Qatar, and I must say, it feels pretty weird. Seeing the night sky, just a whole different lighting effect. I have obviously played around a lot with reshade. The intro shots there was heavy reshade going on, but just doesn't look great while riding, so I've decided just to leave it pure vanilla. And yeah, it looks a bit better. It looks a bit kind of grey, normal, but then if I put on reshade, it's oversaturated, so I'd rather have it just the vanilla game and not have people complaining why the game looks so oversaturated, even though I like it, but it's probably even a bit much around here. But I must say, fair play to Mr. Melandri again. I know Gpbikes and MX Bikes are pretty far apart, and MX Bikes has had a few, probably a lot more night tracks and stuff like that than we've ever had, and obviously this being our first, it's opened a new kind of more potential. Maybe you can get like a Sepang night version, maybe the full Le Mans track you're gonna get. There's a lot more options. Suzuka as well, I know. X1 for example is messing around with kind of doing some kind of like artwork to make it look nice at, I think it was Suzuka. It looks pretty cool, but just once you get it in game is the issue really. But in fairness, this runs pretty well again now. Obviously the PC is running brilliantly at the moment, but I'm having absolutely no problems running this, and it looks really good. It doesn't really feel like Gpbikes. It feels a bit alien, I'm not gonna lie, because it sounds like Gpbikes, it smells like Gpbikes, but doesn't look like it. So it's a bit interesting. And the first thing I thought when I came in is like, I wonder can I do full rain. So that's probably going to be something in the stream. I'm going to do full rain races at Qatar, but at night, because obviously in the past we've seen in 3 occasions I think it rained on a Sunday in Qatar, and they had to either postpone the race or we had to kind of basically wait it out until we had a bit of dry track again. But obviously in the video game we don't need to do that. We can actually probably do some crazy scenarios in Qatar, but again, it looks pretty good, I must say. The whole skybox looks interesting. Lots of stars. Now again, I've never been to Qatar, unfortunately, but to me what it feels like is that I'm kind of on some sort of platform and the sky's around me. I think the sky maybe is a bit too low in the distance, but again, it's probably the first time we've had this in game, so it's probably going to only get better from here. But I must say, it's really cool to even have it in game, because it was one of those things I didn't know it was coming, and it just kind of landed, and I was really shocked. And of course, when it landed, it was the first day I gave my PC away. It was that evening it came out, so that is why this video is about 4 days too late. And I suppose we had to kind of go as well with the mid 2000 or late 2000s, was 2009 Gpbikes. Obviously, first night race here in Qatar was 2008, and this is the 09, the GP09 with Nicky, of course, bless him. And it's a bit of a handful to ride this GP09 mod. It's not my favourite mod, but out of all the Gpbikes GP mods, this is probably the best at the moment. That ones have raised there, but that way, obviously I could go and get the old kind of early 2000 ones, but they didn't race here in these conditions, so I kind of try and keep it somewhat one-to-one to history, basically, just to keep it somewhat coherent, because I know people would be not too happy seeing British Superbikes going around here, or an R6, or something old GP or Superbikes. They'd want to see something that's actually raced here, and this Ducati and Nicky did race here in online, so it's definitely fitting to have him in-game again, of course. But it probably brings me on to my next point that I want to kind of get across in this video, which is nothing to do with the track. Melandri's done a great job with the track, and whoever has helped, because I know he did have he did credit a few people, I believe. Manu also helped with getting the lighting kind of working in game. And maybe some of the MX Bikes community, because I know they've had it for a while and we're probably still playing catch up as always. But this is called Gpbikes, right? Gpbikes. GP. But it's basically a superbike game. There's very few... Wrong gear there, Dylan. There's very few good GP mods in the game. It's actually crazy. And I actually want to play GP mods more, but they're just not that good, I'm afraid. I tried this video. Well, I didn't try it. I tried the current Gpbikes, the 23 pack, and that's taking a massive step backwards. Front has gone way worse. The brakes are shocking as always, so that's unfortunate, because for a while that mod was decent and it was enjoyable to play. In fairness here, I'm not having too much issues here with VS's bike here at the moment. Biggest thing for me is downshifting and entering the corner, but I have already done a bit of setting up this bike. And the thing with this mod is I have to kind of think when I'm riding it. I can't just ride it naturally, which comes with most other mods. So it's for these videos it's a bit harder, because I'm trying to get across my points and kind of make it somewhat interesting, but it's hard to kind of do that and basically ride the bike to some decent level. So again, nice bit of spin out there. Obviously these are 800s back in the era where it was all about corner speed. Careful Ducati, please. Again, for me, this mod, I just struggle downshifting, so my gear high every corner, because I'm a bit lazy and getting out of the box, because I don't really want to be sliding too much. You can see there as we went back to second, I went a bit haywire, and again it just wants to lighten up the rear. And this is already after being set up a bit better to hopefully counteract these issues. But yeah, so I'd like to see going forward some more GP mods, because we obviously have British Superbike, we have SBK 22, the 2007 OA pack. Obviously there's the mod that I'm working on, there's the Superbike Legends, there's a World Super Sport 23 pack being made. So it's all Superbike, and Super Sport obviously, and obviously there's the British Super Sport, the R6. So there's a lot of Superbike and National Series, but it's not a lot of GP mods, which is a shame, because a lot of people would probably get this game if there was more options in terms of a 2009 Ducati, a 2011 Ducati. Of course, there's VS is probably the only one really making them. He has the GP 1000 mod, he has this mod. Mano has he's made GP 19, 21 and 23, I think he's made. But they're just not particularly great compared to what we get in terms of Superbikes, which is just a shame. Again, we need more mods, more modders overall with this game, because as I was playing with the reshade, I always jump on MX Bikes mods, because there's a whole tab in there for reshade presets. And just the amount of stuff, there's more reshade presets on that website than there is GP Bikes mods on GP Bikes mods, so it's interesting. And yeah, that was a skill issue by my heart. I'll take the blame for that one. I was slipping the throttle and trying to slip the rear, and then downshifted as well as braking, so that was on me. But the goal really now, I'm going to jump into the pits here in a second. I'm going to look what the lap record was from back here, and then I'm going to push and see can I get it. I'm going to take a wild guess that I won't get anywhere near it, but it's going to be a fun little chance to see can we push this bike above its limits. So to my amazement, the pole position was actually done on this bike I'm riding here by Casey Stoner. It was a 155.2, so we are 6.1 seconds off. I've stuck the soft tyres in, but I ain't getting anywhere near that realistically. Last on the grid was Nicolo Canapa, I believe it was on last year's bike, so the 08 bike, so a year behind, and he did like a 59.6, I want to say. So it's at this point, the pole position is nowhere. I'm not going to find that much time. Well, sitting there for hours upon hours and just setting the bike up and doing all that stuff. So we're going to basically just see can we even get on the grid basically with Nicky. So that will be the goal. So basically I need to find about 2 seconds. Trying to push on this mod is absolutely the most nerviest thing I can ever imagine in my life. It does feel like I'm riding a 2010, 2011 Ducati and pushing it, because I just have so little trust in it. It's not just the front as well, it's the rear and the gearbox and the sliding and just the trail braking. It all feels so... It's just because I know what VS's mods are like, I'm expecting to die at any moment. And yeah, we're under, but I feel terrible. So unfortunately that lap has gone out the window, and just is a bit of an issue with the trail brake in this mod for me. The front is just not good enough. Ironically, 2008, 2009, the kind of 800 era was all about high entry corner speed. It was all the way they rode the bikes. They were very snappy on throttle, and I feel like this mod is completely the other way around. It feels nice on power exit, on corner exit, power delivery is nice. It's just I cannot get the bike into the corner. I just have no confidence in the bike downshifting it, and I can't really hold the line at all with it, so it's going to be very hard to even go sub 2 minutes, I think. And we were on for it there, but again, I didn't do much wrong and ended up in the gravel, so we're going to go again for another 1 or 2 laps, and then we're probably going to end it there, because it could be a long evening me trying to beat this lap time on this mod. So we lost it last lap. Thankfully this time I managed to survive. Finally, we made it to the final corner. We haven't died yet. Don't jinx it. Up the line is going to be a big improvement. 58.5. Alright, we're going to go one more lap. Going to really risk it. Definitely going to crash, but we'll see how it goes. I keep you on board for it just to show how fast I crash. And I actually really try and take the piss with the front. It's fine until you brake, really. As soon as you... Oh, hello. Yeah, that's ruined that lap, I'd say, but as soon as you try and enter the corner with a bit of lean and a bit of brake, the bike just absolutely kills you. Which is, funnily enough, on a racetrack, something you need to do. I'm too kind of conscious on corner entry of getting into the right gear and trying to not kill myself on the downshifts, that by the time I get to the corner, I've either blown it because I'm not really focusing on where I'm braking or anything like that. It's definitely a different experience to everyone else's mods, but again, I think this is where he wants his mods, and sure, look, if this is what he's happy with, who am I to say anything about it? Yeah, not getting this back shift, and yeah, well, not really sure why I fell there. Didn't feel like I was doing much wrong. I was pretty much off the brake, and an unfortunate one, but 58.5. So let me jump over and see where that puts me on the grid back in 2009. Funnily enough, that actually puts me only 2 tenths behind Nicky Hayden from back in 2009, so maybe it's me. But we're going to end it there for today's video. Hope you have enjoyed. Fair play once again to Melandry for creating something new for this game. Again, the track is good, as well as the overall lighting effects are really nice in game. And again, in these kind of cinematic shots here at the end of the video, looks pretty good. So again, fair play to him and everyone else who helped. And thank you all for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, all that good stuff. And I shall see you in a future video. Thanks for watching. Slán go fóill.